It's funny because there are key movements by key people which tend to draw attraction. So you could have Meghan and Harry moving over to, is it Santa Barbara? Are they in Santa Barbara? I think so. I haven't. They've left LA, I think, haven't they? Yeah, so they're into Santa Barbara. They bought their house in Santa Barbara, allegedly, supposedly. But Joe Rogan, the guy who has the most successful podcast in the world, who's just sold the rights to his podcast for 3 years. It was like something like you'd have to have 26 billion music streams to get that money, by the way. Yeah, so Spotify have bought the rights to Joe Rogan's podcast for 3 years for $100 million. Plus benefits, right? Which is a great deal for Joe. But on the announcement of that deal, the market cap of Spotify went up by $3 billion. So it was great for him, but it was even better for those guys. But Joe Rogan announced last week that he's leaving LA. He's moving to Austin in Texas, and that's a big deal. Is he? Yeah. I did not know that. He's going to have to take his sauna with him. Yeah, I know. But people talk about Texas, and there's one conversation to be had there. But I've never been to Austin, but apparently Austin is like really cool. Have you been there? Austin is really cool. I've played there many times. They have this fantastic music festival called South by Southwest. Oh yeah. And it's it's a lot of new bands, and I played there when I first started, and I was sharing a stage with editors. It was amazing, and we were both kind of in America for the first time, and it's a bit of an oasis in Texas is quite an old-fashioned state, and there's many lovely things about it, and Southern hospitality is what it's famous for, and people are extremely sweet a lot of the time, but there's an old-fashionedness to it. But Austin is a pretty bohemian kind of melting pot of people, and I totally understand why people would go there. Talking of bats, they've got a massive bat population in Austin. So that's another reason to move there. Anywhere with bats is cool, isn't it? Yeah, gotta be. Definitely. And so Joe's moving there, so it's more central for his guests to come to from the East Coast and West Coast. Yeah. But also, I think he saves 16.7% tax on his new deal if he moves there as well. The California tax is hideous. Hideous, baby. Awful. Yeah. And I've just bought, because I'm building a studio, and I bought a desk in the UK. It's a UK company called API, and I bought my desk in the UK, and they brought it over to LA for a big convention called NAMM, and California bloody charged me like $6,000 just to bring it into the country. Well, first of all, and they said first world problems, right? Yeah, boo-hoo, poor Tunstall. But they said that if it came through New York, I wouldn't have to pay anything, but if they find out, I'd get a massive fine. So I just had to pay. Well, next time you consider importing an expensive desk, Tunstall, make sure it goes through New York, for heaven's sake. I'll just go to IKEA. And you're paying for the pleasure to be attacked by lions and snakes. Yeah, what am I doing? But if the desk passes through New York and realises the rents are so much lower, it may just hire... Let's just stay there. Yeah, stay there. I know. I'll not be able to find it. I'll be living with bats in Austin. What are you doing? Get to my studio. Right, listen, you very, very kindly prepared some live music for us. But before that, tell us what's going on tomorrow. Oh, well, talking of Harry and Meghan, I am doing a gig in Santa Barbara. There you go. Can you believe it? Have you invited them? In one of... I haven't. I think they're probably hiding at the moment, but all the time. But I'm playing in an empty theatre to no audience, the Libero Theatre. Anyone can watch it. Anyone can buy a ticket. That's the good thing about online, is you can go anywhere in the world and watch a show. But it's quite spooky, like being in a theatre with no one in it and just a few camera people. But I did love it. It's amazing being back in a venue again. So have you done it already? I have done it already. Oh, so just to make sure, because people are paying for the tickets, you have to make sure that there isn't any technical problems with them watching the show. So, and the great thing about it is the camera crew are on stage with you. So it's a fly's eye view of exactly what I'm doing on stage, which you'd never see that close up if you're at the show. So there is a very cool very kind of up close and personal aspect to it, which I loved.
And have you seen anybody else doing this? Because last week we had the Biffy Clyro guys on talking about their gig, and they did a live gig.
I can't wait to hear their new album.
Oh, well, it's by the way, it's unbelievable. And they did this gig because they were ready for a world tour last Saturday, and they blew the roof off the dump. It was unbelievable.
Wow. Well, I've heard that the Nick Cave show at Ali Pali was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And I think Leanne LaHavis has done the Roundhouse, hasn't she? I didn't see that.
Yep.
But I think we just got to get creative and make these shows really special for people who are watching at home, and just try our best to transport them and give them a night out, even though they're sitting at home. At least the drinks are already paid for.
Absolutely. And the fridge isn't far away, and the bar never closes. Mike Skinner.
And you don't have the 6'8" guy standing in front of you.
No, unless you hire one in. I'm sure they're available.
Right. You might miss it.
Mike Skinner, The Streets. They did one last weekend as well, which has 5-star reviews across the board. So there's another one for you to catch up on, Katie. So how do people get in touch with yours tomorrow? Where do they go? Just go to liberotheatre.com or .org. I think it might be .org. I don't know. But just go to it's LOBERO, and you go to Libero Theatre. Look on any of my socials, and all the details are there. And it's $15 for a ticket, which is less in pounds. And it's a full length show. I played for well over an hour, and there's a bunch of stories that I'm telling about the songs, and it's going to be special. And I wore a suit and everything. Oh, lovely. Okay, now it's approaching 1 o'clock where you are over there in California. What are you doing? What are you going to do this weekend? How's your weekend stacking up?
Oh, do you know what? I'm just sort of on the hunt for new projects, because obviously my live stuff has kind of gone up the Swanee for now, so I can't be doing that. So I've got some really fun. You know what I'm doing? I'm doing a lot of voiceover auditions for animations.
Nice.
So I keep getting sent these scripts, and I'm telling you what, they're mental. These scripts are so weird. Like, one of them is a sort of narwhal unicorn hybrid, and another one is like a really racy one about a bunch of people on a cruise ship. It's completely bizarre. I'm quite enjoying like all the different stuff. And apart from that, I'll be doing my usual, walking the dog and trying not to melt in 36 degrees.
And trying to avoid killer things.
Just avoid all the things that can kill us right now would be great.
Right, well, you are gorgeous. We love you. Now you've supplied us with 2 lovely live session tracks. We have Other Side of the World, which we can't wait to play, but also your choice of cover. Before you go, please enlighten us as to the reasons for this. An inspired and a real sort of left field choice. I love it.
Exactly. I don't think people will be expecting me to do this cover at all. But listen, we have all been stuck inside, been looking outside when the weather's good, not being able to go anywhere. And quite frankly, all of us need a good half hour on a beach with Harry Styles, don't we? That's what we need.
Aussie Nick is punching the air. What's going on? Don't tell Kane. He won't be happy.
Just a bit of rolling around with Harry in Malibu.
Calm down, for heaven's sake. What has this racy animation audition done to you, Katie Tunstall?
It's changed me. Lockdown has changed me, Chris. It's made me realise my needs.
Okay, so Watermelon Sugar, which is a Harry Styles song covered by Katie Tunstall when we come back after the Travel in the News. But before you go, Katie, one more thing.
Yes.
The last time you came in, you gifted Aussie Nick, our producer, you gifted him one of your kazoos, one of your priceless, treasured kazoos. And he brought it in today. He's brought it in because he kept it in your honour. Okay, pride of place, back at the Aussie's home with his partner, Kane. And he brought it in today, and he proudly came in, kazooing it from the wrong end.
Wow. He was doing the binoculars wrong end trick.
But he didn't know. He had no... I said, Nick, it's the wrong way round. He went, oh. Come on.
Look, let's just say it's ornamental.
Come on.
Okay, it doesn't...
I think he's going to come. Give us a bit of...
come on, Nick.
Give us a bit of cherry tree. Come on now. Go on.
Oh! You got the right end.
She's tearing up. She's tearing up.
Yes. Oh, I'm so emotional.
Aww.
He's learned a new instrument.
Can we have a bit more than that?
Nope.
Okay,
That's about it.
He's a big fan. He loves music. He's a big fan of you. He loves Sia. He's a big fan of Sia.
Love Sia.
And she's got a new film out. Have you heard about this?
I haven't.
We're trying to get her on to talk about it. She's directed, produced a film. It's an amazing film about music, the importance of music to an autistic young girl, inspired by an autistic young boy that she knows, one of her best friends. It's a beautiful film.
She's an amazing woman.
She is amazing, but he's also a fan of musical theatre. That will come as no surprise to anybody who's ever met him, if you know what I mean. And give us a bit of Bring Him Home. Bring him home. Bring him home.
Soaring.
Bring him home. Don't know any more words. Never known words. Who needs words
gorgeous.
when you have the...
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, Katie.
Wow.
All right, you're awesome. We love you.
My heart is lifted by this experience. I support you on your journey, Nick.
Thank you.
That's because it's 22 in the morning and you're delirious. Right. Katie, don't be a stranger. We love you. Ta-da.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Sorry, I mean, ta-da.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky Q. The best entertainment all in one place.